We kind of touched on the fact that you're a retiree right now and you're working with a nonprofit. What's in the future for Thaddeus? Like, what do you have planned? Well, I know you got a master plan. What you got going on?
I do, but certain things, I really don't like talking about because it would be blocking blessings.
There
Okay,
you go.
I
I
like to
got
I
that.
like to I like to sit back and observe, and I'll tell you, and I'll relate this to a little story. When we were in battle staff, do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah, we were in battle staff, and and I was a very quiet guy in battle staff. Do you
You
remember
was.
that?
Yeah.
It was because once the exercise, actually the end of the class exercise happened, people saw a different me. Do you
Yes.
remember
I
that?
do. Yes. And I appreciate it.
Yeah, because and I'll tell you that the instructors, we were at the Dragon Hill Lodge or Dragon Lodge, with our little party after the
Mhm.
celebration with the people and everything, the people that came from Fort Wayne with us. And they told me, they said, hey, they pulled me to the side. It was two instructors.
Mhm.
And they pulled me to the side. And one of the instructors said to the other one, so are you going to apologize? And I'm like, what the heck are they talking about? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, what is going on? They said, at the beginning of every single class, we pick one person to fail.
Mm.
And we picked you to fail.
Oh,
Simply
wow.
because I was a quiet guy. They never
Right.
told me that. They never told me that until the end.
Yeah.
But in the end, I don't know if you remember it, but a lot of people were giving me like little accolades and everything about how I presented, as the S3 sergeant major and getting things done.
Right. Right.
And and I was taken aback because
Yeah.
that's how it's been, pretty much my whole life because I've always been a quiet guy.
Yeah.
And so whenever they told me that, that kind of like solidified, who I was
Yeah.
and the effects that I would have throughout the rest of my career
Yeah.
in the military. And I really do appreciate it. But like I said, and like you said, active listening and taking everything in before you act is very important.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I wanted to share that story with you. I didn't know if they told you that or not.
No, they didn't tell me that.
But yeah, they pulled me
No.
to the side and they told me that, hey, they lost. Well, one of them lost a bet.
Wow.
But
Wow.
that was too funny. But future plans for me, I'll tell you. We're still getting established here in San Antonio.
Hmm.
I don't know. I may. I really don't want to say anything about it, but I'll tell you. I'll tell you and the listeners. I may do a political run.
Really?
Yeah, maybe. Just depends on the way things are going. Um, uh, I'm also looking at starting a business here. I'm looking at early childhood development, something in that aspect of it. Not a daycare. I don't believe in daycares because a lot of
Right.
daycares just sit there and they change diapers and whatnot. The
Yeah.
kids aren't really learning anything. So just early childhood education
Yeah.
is one thing that I'm very big on. So, but there's more to follow. It's going to be a lot coming up.
Man, that was a lot. I mean, come on, man. I
Like I
love.
said, I don't want to block any blessings.
No. I love it though. I love it. As always, anything I can do to help you, by all means, man, just pick up the phone, call me. I
Absolutely.
mean, man, that's wonderful. Both aspects of it is just wonderful. Now, you started it, and since you didn't want to tell the story, I'm gonna tell it
Go ahead.
because when we was in battle staff, right, it was funny. So all of us bonded. Like everybody had their own specialty.
Yeah.
And I think you were the S1,
That's three.
S3. Yeah. Okay. No, were you?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to remember now, specifically, but so when we got to the portion to where we had to do the CIMEX, the simulation exercise,
Yeah. Absolutely.
they made the female the commander, right?
Mhm.
And I think you were in the white cell. So
Yes.
the
Yes.
white cell is where all the action happens.
Yes.
Where
Absolutely.
we are, it's where all the planning happens. Like we just overwatching and telling people what to do and to do this and to do that. And so every time I tell the commander, because she was extremely nervous, so I said, "Don't worry about it. I got you." So something comes up, and I said, "Hey, you need to do this." And so she would say, "Okay." I said, "Ma'am, we can't do it until you tell us to do it." So she said, "Okay, do that."
Yep. Absolutely. I remember that.
So it was funny because every time I pick up the phone, who I'm speaking to, Sergeant Butler. I say, "Sergeant Butler, do this." So it's like, it just kept going back and forth. And so it got to the point that we did so well that day when in the AAR, it was like, man, the muskrats. Yeah, I did say it. That was our nickname, the muskrats. It's like, man, the muskrats. It's like they smoked up everything and we couldn't see them. And next thing you know, they was coming around the corner and they were already breaching. We was like, game over, stop. I was like, man, it was hilarious. And we were all in the back just laughing.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Oh my God, man, good time. I know there's some people who didn't want to hear that, man, and some people probably got a kick out of it. But man, it was an awesome time, man. Yeah. And so just to caveat off of what he's saying, I knew then, like his character to me prior to that, his character was impeccable. Like he was a great guy, always had great conversation. But every time, like he was the guy that was making stuff happen. And I knew then, like, this guy's special. So he's going to do great things. And then we caught up with each other again in third ACR, and he was doing all the stuff that I predicted, not necessarily specifically in detail, but just saying that he was special and he was going to make things happen. Like he literally was at that particular point in time. And I would tell you that the stuff that we did, in the regiment, I would be honest with you, man, we couldn't have done a lot of those things if it wasn't for you. So I greatly appreciate all that you've done, and just you being you, man. That's all it is.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate it, man. I'll tell you, like I said, you'll forever be a friend.
Absolutely. Indeed, sir. How can they follow you? How can they get in contact with you in the digital space? Right? How can they help you do what you do? How can they support the nonprofit? Just kind of just give the people access to you.
Oh, well, you can find me on Twitter and LinkedIn. I pretty much live on LinkedIn. You'll find some great updates in the realm of, leadership and, what it takes to be a leader and, an empathetic leader. I'm not saying that I have all the answers, but, leadership is about a collective.
Yes.
So, I may have some of the things that you're looking for. You may have some of the things that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
In order to make this thing work. But I know that another question that was going to come up is how to become. What advice would I give to aspiring leaders or leaders that are in positions right now? And I think we touched on a few of those. The thing is, always put yourself in your soldier's shoes. As leaders, we most likely have been there before.
Yeah.
So take that into account, whenever you're working with your soldiers, and don't be afraid to learn from your soldiers or your subordinates. A lot of the great leaders were students of their, subordinates.
Yeah.
Students of the people that worked for them.
Absolutely.
So you can always take that away. But I really do appreciate this opportunity to speak with you, my friend. I hold you in high regard, and I remember when you first went off to UPenn to start, looking at all this great and wonderful things. I'm truly inspired by your growth since that young Bucky 5 that you tell me about, and the man that you have become today. So I really do appreciate it, and I'm extremely proud of you and your growth.
Thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate that. That means a lot. It really does. And again, I just looking at the things that you're doing, man, and what you're about to do, man, I'm just in awe. And trust me, there's no doubt in my mind that you are already equipped to do everything that you're thinking about doing right now. So, man, I'm excited for what is going to come. I'm just excited for you. I'm happy for you. And man, like I said, I'm here for you. If you need something, just let me know. I'm a phone call away. If you need me to come to San Antonio, COVID season, it might take me a couple of weeks, but I'll be there.
I understand, but you're always welcome. Just know that.
Yes, sir. Well, that is that, man. Listen, Thank you so much for your time, your energy, and your efforts, man. And thank you for this great knowledge on empathetic leadership that you gave us. Again, if you want to contact, keep in touch with what's going on with Mr. Butler and everything he got going on. If you need some information based upon his leadership style, some of the things that he's doing, empathetic leadership, please connect with him on LinkedIn. Real down to earth, humble guy, as he said. And trust me, I can vouch for every word that he said. So again, thank you, sir. Thank you for talking to the Empowering Perspective community. And we greatly appreciate all that you do.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Pleasure was mine, sir.